This is the Fish Critic here to talk about another Fishy movie. Spider-Man, a revolutionary movie for 2001. Superhero movie that didn't take itself stupidly dark. Daredevil is a hit, making a pretty penny at the box office. Fox decided to make a follow-up to it. Thus, Spider-Man 2 is born. It's even better than Spider-Man 1 to most fans, making even more and being even brighter and cornier. You can guess where this is going. Spider-Man 3. After the amazing Spider-Man 2, no, not that one, Fox decided to create a third Spider-Man movie, keeping the stars as the previous one. However, the director and studio disagreed on many of the decisions of the movie, leading to, absurdly, a movie that feels like some bizarre conjoined twin of itself. And as an unpopular opinion, I really enjoyed it the first time I saw it. I knew about all the Tobey Maguire memes that were born from this movie, but boy was I unprepared. This movie is a pumpkin bomb of strange decisions, so let's make another by looking over this movie. This is the movie that killed Tobey Maguire's version of Spider-Man, so let's take a look at Spider-Man 3. The movie begins how all Spider-Man movies should begin. The Spider-Man recap. Yeah, this isn't going to be easy. Someone who watched all three one after the other, this is entirely pointless. But still, let's meet our lead, Peter Parker. Parker here is played by Tobey Maguire, acting as the smirk Nick Carraway in red spandex. He and Mary Jane Watson, Kristen Dunst, who is presumably the same character she played in Jumanji, having a grand old time. Knowing how the movies go, this means they'll break up before the 1 hour mark. Well, let's see how they do it this time. Well, the same meteor which crashes and reveals the goo from another movie. The goo comes along with Peter, and we cut to Peter and Aunt May, where we learn Peter's going to propose. Oh no, this must be their supposedly normal way of creating tension. Harry Osborn comes out of nowhere and tries to kill our Nick Carraway of a lead. He gets knocked out by way of Looney Tunes slapstick and kisses a dumpster on the way down. This apparently gives amnesia for the sake of the plot disorder, which may be permanent. After we see Flint Marko, played by that one guy from Daddy's Home, he's running from the NYPD. He escapes into the military testing site in the middle of nowhere, where he turns into a pile of dirt. And probably the best scene of the movie. Music is fairly quiet, and we get to see Flint's constant attempts to get the locket of his daughter. That's another thing. If it combines Flint with the sand, shouldn't he also be part locket? Anyway, after we get Gwen Stacy being kissed by Spider-Man, leading to more unneeded tension. After a fairly cool action scene, Gwen's dad, Captain Stacy, reveals that Flint Marko was Uncle Ben. Peter swears revenge. He goes after Marko. During that time, he turns Marko into goop with another early 2000s catchphrase.
Good riddance.
Harry then loses his amnesia and causes Mary Jane to break up with Peter. This could have been in so many ways. And as much as Sword Art Online overdoes the crazy creeper going after the female lead trope, the Death Gun saga was pretty well handled, except for the final episode. To have Harry be more like a Death Gun and force Mary Jane to call Peter and tell him it's a hostage rather than some flimsy blackmail, it would have worked so much better. Peter confronts Harry, and it ends with Harry throwing a pumpkin bomb at Peter, which is deflected and blows up half of Harry's face. On the work front, Peter proves fraudulence of Eddie Brock getting him fired. To twist the knife further, Peter takes Gwen to a jazz club where, oh no, don't tell me. We get emo Peter dancing. Yeah, this thing has been a meme forever. Peter Parker and Tobey Maguire lose their dignity and do a stupid dance that I can't just help but love. First off, it's so odd and Raimi-ish that it fits like hot dogs and nacho cheese. It's something so absurd that it's just perfect. After that, Peter goes to a church to repent, presumably for that absurd scene. At the same time, Brock wishes for Peter's death. During a battle with the clock, we learn that loud noises stop the symbiote. Brock hears this and comes just in time to be taken over by the symbiote, becoming Venom. As many have already pointed out, Venom is a musclehead going against Spider-Man. This time, he's a string being out for Peter Parker. And he won't find out that Peter Parker is Spider-Man until the end of the movie. Yeah. At this point, I'm convinced that Sam Raimi did this intentionally as his last act of rebellion against Sony. Oh well, we get Venom, who crosses paths with the still-alive Flint Marko, and they agree to take down Spider-Man together.
Alley somewhere.
I want to kill the spider. You want to kill the spider.
Villains team up to kill a hero cliche.
Well, Brock kidnaps Mary Jane, and wannabe Alfred tells Harry the truth about his father. Apparently all is forgiven and Harry rushes off to help Peter get a pretty cool fight against Doomsday Sandman, and it ends with Harry sacrificing himself. Peter then kills Brock and Venom with a pumpkin bomb, and Flint reveals that no one killed Uncle Ben, making this entire movie pretty much pointless. And that's Spider-Man 3, the movie that killed Sam Raimi's universe. However, there is still hope. Rumors for an upcoming Far From Home sequel say that Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield will be crossing over as their respective Spider-Men. If the rumors are true, then we can look forward to at least one more appearance of the original Webhead. However, there seems to be more to the movie than that, as myself and many other critics have pointed out. Aside from Mary Jane's horrendous singing, the first half or so is good. There was some behind-the-scenes work that happened with Sony pushing for Venom in the movie despite Sam Raimi insisting it wouldn't fit. This led to a jumbled third act and a strange second half. While it might have saved the film, it probably wouldn't have been as big as the other two. Since Tom Holland's contract expires after Spider-Man 3, maybe the studios will come together for Spider-Man 4, giving us what we've always wanted. More than a trilogy. I'm a fish. This is my production. Thank you, 51, for watching.